Oh, it's going to be a long video. Um, Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications, and you're good to go with all the alerts you need. Also, if you are new here, welcome. Glad to have you with us. We are taking a look at a band called Animals as Leaders and a song called Cafo. Now, I know of this band, and the reason I know of them is because any musician I've ever played with who I really looked up to and respected, they were obsessed with him. And that's because I believe they have an incredible skill set. I also know they're going to be quite technical because in my last reaction to Polyphia, I had loads of people going, if you like this and you think this is good, then you got to take a look at Animals as Leaders. So, and particularly this song. So that's what we're doing today. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly nervous. I'm pretty sure I've not heard any of their stuff. I believe I saw some people say it's instrumental. So yeah, I'm just really excited to get stuck in and see what it's about. It's fairly long song, 6 minutes 55. Animals as Leaders, Cafo. Let's see what you got. Oh, it's going to be a long video. Okay. Well, let's try this. That is quick. He's doing like this cool mix of sweeping, which is giving you that lovely bright run sound, and gives you the speed. And he's got like this kind of alternate picking piece in between it. It looks like, I don't know if it starts or if it's in between it. I was kind of just fanboying and lost in the moment. But what I really liked is they then took that lead work that could have been just this crazy intro, and still maybe, but they turned it into the actual, in some second twisted way, turned it into the rhythm section with the guitar palm muting and like the drummer coming in, accenting that. So that became something so technical and so ridiculous became easy listening. I think I'm losing my mind. Shout out this drummer. It sounds like he is doing a jazz solo that's been turned, in terms of speed, like up 400%. A lot of technical pieces, but a lot of clarity when he hits his notes. I've now heard a third guitar come in. You've got that run work, you've got the palm muting, now you've got that second lead piece that's come on top. How do they recreate that? Unless that palm muting guy is now the one doing the lead work, that may be the case. But I'd love to know how they do that live. And also, it just hit me. This is a music video, but there's no way they would have recorded a song that they can't do live. And got to look at live stuff next. Have to look at live stuff next. So 7 string. I was just gonna, I mean, finally, and I say finally not because I'm not enjoying it, but how long can he keep up that sweeping for? That's a minute. Yeah, that's a 7. Don't tell me 8. 8. All the strings. Of course, he's gone into a lead piece of equal intensity, and don't know what's going on in the background, but it looks like how my heart feels right now. It's just beating like crazy because they're so talented. It's making me anxious, but I'm loving it. The bassist, I'm hearing these nice bass runs as well. Don't see him though. Haven't seen him yet. He's probably got 12 strings. Really nice tapping. Got a nice cycle. He's doing a lot. There's a lot of repetition, and the impressiveness is in his ability to be so consistent, so quick, and to not miss any notes. And he's using a lot of cool techniques that guitarists kind of practice hours and hours and hours to different click tracks and metronomes to get quick at sweeping, tapping, alternate picking, all that kind of stuff. The run work, scales. He's a master at that. And I would imagine, excuse me, I imagine that he has spent that whole 10,000 hours or whatever it is to become a master and expert. Well, he's probably done that a few times around. Just really remarkable. But I like that he's not just, even though there is a hypnotism to the consistency that they're playing and the repetition of what they're playing, he is still changing up some of the notes and cycles. So in the top and tail, he'll go to a different note after 4 sets of 4, and it's just enough to keep you interested, not in a negative way, but interested in terms of seeing that the song is moving in a particular direction and not just sitting in one place. There you go. Nice welcome break from the intensity. Going back for sure. The way that they went from that, he's doing another tapping piece. Okay, of course he's also got 8 strings. Why not? Let's give everyone 8 strings. If you can play it, have him. But he's doing that nice tapping piece. But they've had a filter on it, and as they did some of the distorted other guitar, and then it came through as your primary sound, and it was really, really smart. Nice production on that. Bass is still going. Listen to the tone of this change when it kicks in. Okay. It's important to note whenever you're looking to get that kind of sound out consistently from tapping, you need to have a lot of brightness. You need to have a lot of, you have a lead tone. Usually you have different effects on your guitar pedal. You have delays, you have cleans, but then also within your distortion, you have different effects. You have a rhythm distortion, which is a lot more low end and like drivey, or at least I would. And then I'd have a lead section, which is much more bright, much more intense, and less effort required to produce all those notes that you want. So the clarity is there. The thing is, it makes it so easy to make mistakes. You can't hide from them. So the tone that he's currently got on his guitar, there is no way that he'd be able to cover up any errors that he's making, because he needs it to be as bright to be able to get those notes out. I keep looking for like plugs to see if they're like plugged into anything, because they look like robots and they play like robots. I'm super jealous, but that's hard work for you. Nice gallops on the kick. There's a pattern in this song. It is start with the lead piece, allow the drummer to start building in a very like frenetic, crazy, urgent way, and then let the guitar come in. So there's this 3-step process to a lot of what they do. It's that lead introduction, excuse me, the percussive build up, and then your rhythm section, power in it, and then that will drift and sit for a while before they go into the next one. I'm losing my voice. I'm just so blown away by these guys. I think they knocked the air out of me. But and the bass seems to be a constant. It seems to continually, that bass sound seems to continually run as if there's just scales non-stop, and it just goes throughout the whole song. But I do like there what's the rhythm guitarist. I say rhythm guitarist. There's basically 2 lead guitarists. He's doing some picking on a distorted. It's got distortion that's got enough clean to it, but he's picking through like chords, and then he's doing dissonant chords, so it sounds offbeat. But even those dissonant chords fit really well because of how busy the song is, so they don't sound out of place. If there was the only thing out of place, then there's a lot more, I don't want to say impacts, but a lot more of like a head swivel when you hear it. But because everything else is going on so crazy, it's not that at all. It's actually really pretty. Nice. It's like they a lot of times when you're setting up to practice, if we used to practice at least twice a week to make sure we're super tight on stage. We all had jobs and stuff, so we weren't professional musicians. But before practice, one of the guitarists or the bassist would just start a riff, or the drummer or whoever, or even sometimes the singer would just start like humming a tune, and it's just kind of like this warm-up thing. And then while the other guys are still finishing setting up and plugging in, and then someone would latch onto that, and it seems like they've done that. It seems like that's how this was written, but it was definitely taken to another place where far beyond my ability and skill set. But really like that they took it to that clean area. Something that is similar to or a similarity between these guys and Polyphia is this understanding of the guitarist being connected, knowing that what they are doing needs to add value to what the other guy's doing. It's knowing that you're able to have your own style and personality on the pieces you play, but it has to fit as part of the song and nod back to the melody, and it's very smart. Didn't overplay the solo. Because we know how good he is from the beginning of the song, I have much more appreciation for how gently and delicately he handled the start of the solo. Dissonant chords again. Back to that lead piece in the beginning. Really nice long slow fade on that. Hang on. Really nice long slow fade out. The introduction of the fade was quite sharp. But really nice and slow. Just masterful playing. That is years and years and years and years of slogging away and getting to show that hard work, the results of it within 6 minutes 55 seconds. They just a fantastic job. It still felt like a song. It didn't feel like some silly overdone shred session. It felt like a song. And I really appreciate there were parts that were memorable that I could remember from earlier on and I could latch on to. Excuse me on my croaky voice. But yeah, it felt like a song. Amazing. If you're a guitarist out there and you're looking at this, like a lot of times I did this as well when I was growing up and going, it can be so despondent when you see someone at such a high level, but use it as motivation. Work hard. That's hard work. Of course there's talent there. Of course there is a musicality to what feels like their genetics, but use that as motivation. Practice. If that's the level you want to get to, then work as hard as you can to get there. That was masterful, and it's going to become one of those that has its own playlist. I know I'm going to be listening to loads of this stuff. You just have to tell me which one to go to next, and I'll get on that. So loved that. Animals Lead is also just a really cool, fun name, and they're kind of unassuming. They're just chilling, smashing out masterclass. Loved that one. Let me know where to go next. Looking forward to it. Until the next one, please be safe, be extra nice to each other, and have a damn good day.